deadly hit and run in East Orange County. Troopers say an SUV hit a man on a scooter and drove off. This was near State Roads 50 and 520. The FHP is now looking for a light-colored SUV with front-end damage.
Also developing tonight, horror outside Chili's. The calls for help after a husband stabs his wife and then runs her over. They are chilling, they are heart-wrenching, and they narrate the rampage that deputies say this man unleashed. Good evening to you. I'm Eric Von Anken in for Matt tonight.
And I'm Lisa Bell. This was just the first scene. Moments later, that husband would get into a shootout at a hospital before killing his children and himself on I-4. News 6's Sashel Saunders is live outside the Chili's in Lake Mary with the calls for help. Sashel.
Yeah, Eric, Lisa, I just really want to re-emphasize that these calls are really hard to hear. These are people who were just here at this Chili's, who were working or out eating. They didn't know the terror that was waiting, and they were really just trying to help.
911, do you need police, fire, or medical?
The first 911 call came from a server inside the restaurant.
Ladies, can you describe him to me?
You can hear as people are telling her what's going on outside.
There is a female getting beat up by a man outside the parking lot.
That woman being attacked is 31-year-old mom of two, Sharicia Brown. The server watches, explaining as it all unfolds.
He went in his car and grabbed something out of his car.
30 seconds later, the attacker, estranged husband Henry Brown, grabbed a knife intent on further hurting his wife.
I mean, he stabbed her.
He stabbed her?
Yes, it's a black man in a black t-shirt. He's driving a Honda.
Another server calls 911. She's standing next to Sharicia Brown while two others, including off-duty Orange City firefighter Caroline Dorton, tried saving Brown's life.
She's awake. She keeps saying, help me, help me. She's not being very responsive.
And then the part no one could imagine happening. Brown took his car, plowing it into his wife and the Good Samaritans. The server barely escapes being hit as the operator tries to process it all.
Tell me what happened. SUV, looking vehicle, ran up. People were helping her. It ran into her car. We believe it's the gentleman probably. Just ran off the road and slammed into her and two other people.
Now, we now know that Henry Brown would then go and pick up his two kids at daycare and kill them, as well as shoot and kill himself. Those other 911 calls from the other crime locations have not been released. Reporting live in Lake Mary, Sashel Saunders, News 6.
That's a story you will only see on News 6. A family ripped apart after this deadly crash is now going to court to try and get results. At 7, we told you troopers blame an Uber driver for this collision with a Seminole County deputy. But now at 11, we've learned that the family of his passenger is suing not only the driver, but the sheriff's office as well. News 6's Eric Sandoval is live at the crash scene at 434 and Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Eric.
Yeah, I spoke with the victim's mom and dad tonight, Eric, and they are both still just too devastated by what happened at this intersection last December to speak with us on camera. I also spoke with the attorney who filed this lawsuit against Uber and against the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Florida Highway Patrol investigators say a Seminole County Sheriff's SUV was traveling about 60 miles an hour through this intersection without its emergency lights on last December when it collided with an Uber car that had run a red light.
We need police and medical, perhaps, on 434 in Ronald Reagan. There was just a major accident that we just heard. I'm looking at it right now.
The crash killed 28-year-old Corey Allicock, who was taking that Uber ride home after a night out with his co-workers. FHP investigators say they combed through surveillance video from this CVS and the Walgreens nearby. They say they saw this black Volkswagen Jetta approach this intersection and run what appeared to be a red light. Witnesses told investigators the impact of the crash sent the car cartwheeling through the intersection. An autopsy showed Allicock died from the impact of the crash and losing too much blood. The FHP report cleared the deputy of any fault because they say he was responding to a call. Investigators put all of the blame on the Uber driver, 73-year-old Robert Williams.
Hi, Mr. Williams?
No, can't talk.
You don't have a comment?
A man who answered Williams' door this afternoon didn't want to talk about the report, nor did he want to talk about the lawsuit that Alacock's family has now filed against Williams and the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Now, I found out attorney Dan Newlin is the man who filed this lawsuit on behalf of the family. Matt Morgan, the attorney, has been enlisted by the deputy to represent him in this case. Both men tell me they're willing to talk with us more tomorrow about this case. We're live in Longwood tonight. Eric Sandoval, News 6. Eric.